Greetings everybody. In this lesson you're going to learn how to make a quiz, and this is always quite a good fun thing to do, because you can let brothers and sisters, mums, dads, all sorts of people play your quiz and they'll think you are a genius, which of course you are. I'm going to start as normal by getting a new file and dragging it over. Now, to do this, to do a quiz, we need to use what are called if statements. And an if statement will say something if the answer is correct, and it will say something else if the answer is wrong. So it's easier to show you than it is to explain. So without further ado, here I go. So I'm going to print, what is the capital of England? Nice easy question to start off with. Now I need to make a variable to store their answer the same way as you did in lesson 2. So I'm going to call it capital because that's a good enough name, equals input, create a box, and now we're going to test what they type in at this point, and if they get it right we're going to say correct, if they get it wrong we're going to say wrong. So if capital, what they type in, equals, I don't know why we put two equals, but we do in an if statement. If it equals London, and then it's a colon at the end of that. Now when I press enter, you'll notice that this jumps across the screen. That's called an indent, and it's very, very important. So don't backspace over that one. We do backspace over another one in a moment, but the first one, after you've written if, don't backspace. So if they type in London, we're going to print correct, because we are happy they've got it correct. Now, this is where I'm going to backspace, and I'm going to put the word else and a colon. Now this doesn't stay on the same line, this goes on the next line and it indents again. So else, print, and we're going to say wrong, sorry. Okay, so time to run it. Of course it's going to ask me to save it. And I'm going to call this if statement because that's exactly what it is. If I've done it correct, here we go. So I'm going to put in Paris, wrong, sorry. So we know that part of it is working correctly. I can't type in London in there now next to these little arrows because that won't actually work. What I have to do is I have to either close the shell like that, or just click back on this side and run it again. So run module again. What is the capital of England? Let's get the correct answer in, London. And now it says correct. What I do to save time, and now I know that that's working properly, I'm just going to go on this one now, and that's my whole question. So I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to enter a couple of times and paste it. Now I'm going to put what is the capital of France, and in here I can't call that capital again. I'm going to have to give it a different name because we can't have the same variable names, that will confuse the computer. So I'm going to change this one for capital England, capital England, and you notice I've put a capital letter on England there. That's called camel case because there's a hump in the middle, but England would have had a capital anyway. So capital France, if capital France, and then I've got to change this one, if it equals Paris. I can say something different in here. You are correct. Or I could put nope. Okay, run it again. Well, and say okay. What is the capital of England? Is London. Correct. What is the capital of France? Paris. You are correct. Now we could go on and we could store their score for this quiz. That's coming in another video a bit later on as well. So you can go ahead, make a quiz about anything you like in the whole world. Make sure the important thing is that you get one of your if statements, that's like one of these blocks of code, working correctly first, because once you've got that working correctly, then you can just paste, 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 and change the variable name, change the answer, perhaps change the question, all of those kinds of things. So you can make a really, really long quiz, and like I said, everyone will think you're a genius, because of course you are. Thank you for watching.